Okay. And are we recording? Just kidding. Alright, this is my second time recording this video. The first time, like my email noises were going off and my phone was going off. It's over there charging and it was ridiculous. I was also all over the place. I feel like now I have a better idea of what it is I want to say about Manic Panic's 30 volume bleaching kit. I used it on, it's 2 days ago, and uh, oh, I should preface this by saying I like to read instructions to everything before I do anything. That's just the kind of person I am. Some people, not so much. Me, definitely. So, read the instructions, I followed them exactly as, they have them printed. I did a test strain first. As you might remember, my goal is to have pink ends at the end of my hair. It's down here, it's off camera, but I took a piece of hair from the nape of my neck all the way in the back somewhere where I figured the rest of my hair was going to cover it. And I ended up putting a tiny, like a hat, not even half, I think it was half a teaspoon of bleach with enough developer to mix it up, make it thick and creamy and, smelling awful like bleach is supposed to smell. And I put it on the strand, and what I ended up getting. Oh, I will say I also checked it every 10-15 minutes, which is also in the instructions that you should do that. So I definitely recommend it so you can see the progress of how light your hair is getting and when you can stop to wash it out, because bleach is damaging to your hair. Obviously, you don't want to leave it on any longer than you actually have to. So I left it in for 90 minutes because I have very dark hair, at least comparatively, and it's not black, but it's a brown, and um, the booklet said not to leave it in longer than 90 minutes. So I took it out 90 minutes, and this was the test strand that I got. So this is what I was working with toward the end of my hair, which is not too bad for, a one. It's better if you see it against my dark hair, yeah. It's not too bad for one pass of bleach, I don't think. I will say, when I did my whole head, the result was a little different. Like, I'll show you. God, I didn't turn it off. I'm ridiculous. Sorry, that's my email. Ignore it. So, this is what I ended up with, and this is my test strand. And I feel like you can definitely see that one is. I mean, this side is probably easier for you to notice. See, I have one piece that's definitely like a shade lighter. At least it's probably a shade or two lighter than what the rest of my hair is. I mean, and if I mix it up, you know, in my hair when I'm wearing it, you can't tell so much, but I felt like that might be interesting for you to know. I didn't foil my ends when I did them. It seemed like a lot of work at the time, and I felt like my result was going to be the same even without the foils, but I recommend, if you're doing just your ends, to foil them, only because I found that leaving it on for 90 minutes made the mixture dry out a little, and I feel like that's what makes it less effective. And foiling it, allows it to stay moist and, work on your hair longer, whereas I was kind of dealing with a crusty hair situation near my tips for, I don't know, probably a half an hour before I realized that they were really dry, and I was like, ah. So, but for first try, I would say it was a success. If you look, I mean, you can't really tell. Oh, yeah, you can. See, I have extra light ends and not so light everything else. So, I would recommend anybody to use the Manic Panic bleaching kit if they're just, first time, or God, why am I speaking in broken English? I would recommend it to anybody if it was their first time bleaching their hair, or if it was someone who's kind of working on a limited budget, because you get a lot for $10, and I basically did this for $10. So that's, I mean, you can't really beat that. I would have, if I went to a salon, it would have been a lot more. So I'm gonna end up doing these again, probably in a month. So I like to get my hair back to feeling less straw like they are. My ends are really really dry. I mean, you can obviously see it. And I'm gonna probably end up leaving conditioner in my hair or some kind of treatment over the weekend for like a few hours. Just sit here with the Manic Panic thing comes with a shower cap sort of thing, so I'm gonna end up doing that. The one last thing that I should probably mention about it is it came with disposable latex gloves or rubber gloves. I forget which one they are. They're probably latex though, and they broke on this part of my hand. But I will say it was probably my fault because I kept removing them and putting them back on when I had to like do something else with my hair. Because I accidentally got bleach on myself, guys, and it really, really effing hurt. So, you know, you don't want to do that. You want the gloves, and you want them on you at all times. So, it's kind of my bad. You're really only supposed to use them one time. So, I did use them one time, but it was like on, off, on, off. And then they smelled. They made my hands stink pretty severely, but I mean, it was nothing soap and water could not cure. So, not gonna really nitpick about that too much. But, you know, all in all, it was a good learning experience. I feel confident enough to do it again. If anyone's curious how much bleach I personally used for, I'd say this is about like 5 or 6 inches of my hair. I will say I also have very thin hair, but I ended up having a little bit more than I needed. I think I used 3 tablespoons, and I only really needed 2 to do all the bottoms of my hair. So there's that, and let's see. I don't know. I mean, if you have any questions or you want to ask me something more specific, I would be more than happy to answer. I will be making a video soon. I bought 2 things at Target today. I'm kind of excited about. I just like going shopping, and I really need to stop doing that. I have a shopping problem. I don't know how to see something nice without buying it. So, we are dangerously nearing 8 minutes. I am horribly verbose for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, I didn't fuck it up, obviously. I still have hair on my head. I'm not crying about it. So I feel pretty good, and I will continue to fill you in on how the different products I had purchased have been working for me. But as of right now, the Manic Panic stuff is great, and if you want to dye your hair dip dye or all over, but your hair, I'm assuming if you're doing it all over, it will be shorter than mine, because I would probably need multiple boxes if I was doing my entire length of hair blonde. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I hope it works for you as well as it worked for me, and I will catch you guys in a video very soon.